computer and it wouldn't come up. So, oh well. Okay. Good morning. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Then we see. Okay. Interesting day yesterday. Way down to start. Then a little bit better at the end of the day, but nothing great. Only up a little bit. Here's the reality. Nothing is great, right? Nothing is great. And it's not getting better. Think about things like CrowdStrike. It went up on garbage, and it went down yesterday, 45 cents to 180 if you bought those yesterday. Netflix, it hit this 322 again and straight down 10. You had 3 points in it. 3 points. Didn't sell. 3 points. So here's the thing. If it gets through, it's going to really, really rock it if it gets through. Is it going to get through? I don't know. Okay? NOW, the best earnings. They're going to hire 1 million people between their company and all the consulting firms. And down 25 at one point. Okay? Tesla straight down. Elon hasn't commented on this stuff. So it's real. So what I'm hearing is there's a credit in China, EV credit, that goes away. So that means you're not going to... So think about it. If you have a $7,500 credit like you have here, and that credit goes away, do you buy the car without the $7,500? Just like a rebate. Less people do that. You know, the thing that fascinates me about social media and the internet and all this stuff, you have a whole bunch of people bitching about Netflix charging an extra $1. You have a whole bunch of people bitching about food prices and this and that because they go up. Okay, I don't disagree with that. But then you got people saying, oh, everybody's going to keep buying cars at $7,500 more. Or they don't need the credit. Really? You can't have it both ways. Either you need a credit because prices are too high, or you don't need a credit because you think prices are where they should be. It's one way or the other. You can't be both ways. Can't be both ways. You can't complain about Netflix and then go buy a Tesla without a credit, right? I mean, it's just logical. It's just simple. So today you want to see if we head back up and this goes into this melt up, or do we really at some point break down? Now we broke 4,000. That's very negative. Very negative from yesterday. Look, this is what all these guys are saying. No matter what happens next year, starting in January and February, everybody's going to have to guide. And nobody is going to guide higher. They're basically telling you every single company is going to guide lower. Wow, they're going to guide lower. I actually agree. They're going to guide lower. Interesting, right? Interesting. Now, there's another phenomenon that's happening that you have to understand that's happening. Okay, Deere, stunningly great earnings. They said, no more issue with supplies, we're going to make a ton. We're sold out for a year. The stock was at 448 on that day, earnings day. Now you go a week and a half later, and it's lower. Now it's going up and it's going down. That's okay. But here's what I see. I see the market getting back to reality, and they're not going to take things like Deere to 550 or 600. If this was pandemic-based and all this other stuff, it would be at 600. So what's that? What was Sam really telling you? What he's telling you is, let's say Tesla has great earnings. Maybe it goes up 30 points. Maybe it goes 40 points. It doesn't go 100. It doesn't go 200. Let's say Boeing has great earnings and it gets us great news. It runs 6. It doesn't run 15. The moves are smaller. So you have to be closer to the money. Okay? Closer to the money. If Snow has great earnings or really, really bad earnings, it goes up or down 10. It doesn't go up or down 30. Now, this happened in 2002, 2003. So after we got whacked when the World Trade Center got hit, we'd be playing some earnings and we'd say, oh my God, this one came from 350. It could easily go 40. No, it can't. Because that's not the moves you get anymore. You get a different type of move, a smaller move. So you got to be closer to the money. Okay? So just understand that that's what's happening. Okay? That's what's happening. What else happens today? Don't know. Just kind of chilling. Got to see how it all plays out. But here's the reality. Nothing is getting better. Doesn't mean you don't get a rally. But nothing is getting better. People, and this Tom Lee and all these people, they keep telling you on these pipe dreams. You know, did Powell know? And he told you we're going to go slower, which he did. They're going to go slower. Think about what the market is moving on now, guys. Think about this. The CPI is most important. PCE, most important. PPI, important. Jobs, important. So it doesn't move on those, and then it moves on ISM. Who gives a shit about ISM, Chicago ISM, or whatever? Who cares? If there's 30 indicators, it's not even in the top 50%. It's meaningless. It truly is meaningless. If you go put up 30 indicators that are going to come out in a period of 45 days, because this is a 45-day cycle from the last Fed meeting to this one, 45 days. You have 30 indicators. Do you think the Fed gives a shit about ISM? But then on the PCE, the market doesn't move because it's flat. Okay, I could get that. And it moves on a meaningless indicator. Be wary. Be wary of what's going on. Okay? All they're doing is saying, hey, the SPX didn't get through 4,100. We should have ripped. I mean, who's this? Centelli's, whoever was on TV, and he goes, we're over the 200-day finally after 7 months. After 7 months, you finally break. And they teach you, I don't know who teaches you this bullshit, but they teach you this stuff. Oh my God, if it's over the 200-day, it's bullish. Well, that sure didn't work. Your chart, throw it out the window. You can burn it. Sure didn't work. You got obliterated if you bought calls on that. It doesn't matter. The news flow, the CEOs, when they go interview the CEOs, they're telling you nothing's better. The Micron CEO, the master and chief of lying, told you 3 quarters ago that oh my God, there's less people buying memory chips. Remember, memory chips go into everything. Okay? He said, but it's a short-term thing. Then he warned again, and then he warned again. And he's going to warn again. And he will warn again after that. Because this doesn't end in a month or two. It just doesn't end like that. The cycle never ends like that. Okay? So let's see what happens today. You need to get back over 40.52 to really be any better at all. And then we see. But there's a definitive rotation. Interesting, right? Interesting. China continues to open up more. Baidu acting a little bit better. I don't understand why Apple is losing $1 billion a day, hasn't warned yet, and their stock's back up. This was about to break 140 again. It's way back up. Very interesting, right? But it's holding. So that's the market you got. It's the market we got. Okay? Let me go to comments, questions here. Nothing. Okay. Okay. Good morning, everybody. You got 4,000. You got 4,021, 4,052 underneath 39.52 bad. Avago 539, 541, 552 underneath 521 bad. NVIDIA 171, 177 underneath 161 bad. Goldman Sachs is now breaking. It's breaking. Think about this. I mean, this stuff to me is very straightforward, and the action is just dumb. A company, doesn't matter what company it is, gives out bonuses. On Wall Street, 50% of your pay is pretty much bonuses. So let's say that you make 300 grand, you probably get 300 grand bonus, maybe even more. But they're going to cut bonuses because a company is not doing well, we're going to give out less bonuses. Our company is not doing well, so we're not going to give out bigger bonuses, lower bonuses. But those bonuses, interesting, right, are based on how much your earnings are. Well, your earnings are worse. So the stock's at 290 and it goes to 380. The stock goes up because your earnings are shit and you're going to give out less bonuses. Starting to break down. 361, 332. Baba, trying again. 96, 97, 100. Baidu, 121, 127. Apple, 148, 151, under 144. Lam Research, 152, 157. It's right there. 161, underneath 4. These are 4 numbers. 4 underneath 441. Microsoft. This one hit 213 and it's up 50. It was up 50. 213. Very nice move. Okay, underneath 249, 241. Snowman. It moved up because the CEO said something. I don't know. It should have never gone up. This is in no man's land. 136 down, 152 up. It's not going to go through those. And it's almost in no man's land. Netflix, 322. CrowdStrike, 116, 109. CMG, 1610, underneath 1400. Zscaler, 109, 116. Boeing, 89.91, 189.90, 191. Underneath 152. NOW, the strongest of the strong. How weak is this? Look at Sam's number. It says 432 is a beast number. It's super hard. It dropped 42 points in 2 days. If and when it gets through, it'll be ready. MDB earnings today. This thing dropped from 330 last earnings. I don't believe they're expecting a profit either. Wow. 156, 161, underneath 132. Tesla. 177 beast number. Deere. 444. Amazon. 87. Google sits at 100. Doesn't do anything. Interesting. ENPH holding nicely at the 336-ish area. Underneath 331 or through 342. That's all we got. I'll look at our MDB during the day. Okay? Everybody have a great trading day. See you in chat.